hope you are having an amazing day today. But I have a question for you. Can you see it? Right? Can you see it? Can you see it? Mary, see what? What is it that you want me to see? I want you to see your future. I want you to see who you are. I want you to see all the things that you want to do. I want you to see your goals, dreams, and aspirations. I want you to see it. See, the question of can you see it comes from a place where you may be sitting complacent. You may be stuck and you feel like you can't move. You know, at the beginning of every year or towards the end of a previous year, there's something that the world does, and it's called a vision board. And people do this vision board and they put all the things that they want, money that they want to make, things that they want to acquire, things that they want to accomplish in the upcoming year, right? And they make this vision board. And by the time we finish January, rolling into February, the vision board becomes blurred lines. The vision board becomes blurred lines. It's like, now, what am I doing? What are my goals? What did I say I wanted? Like, how am I get there? Oh God, right? And all of the doubt starts to set in, and it seemed really, really good. You were really excited in the beginning, and then that vision board just kind of faded away. It turned backwards in your office, or you have put it in a closet. You don't know where it is anymore. You don't even know where you're going or what you are going to do to get there, because it just seems so difficult, right? And so when you literally see yourself in the places that you have put on the vision board, that is when the lines don't become blurred, but yet they become even clearer. See, some people do vision boards. Some of you do vision boards because it's just the thing to do. It's the trend to do. And it just sounds good. It just looks good. It is. I was invited to a vision board party and I said, sure, I'll go. And you put these things on your board because you've seen the things that everybody else put on their board, and you just going with the flow, but you really don't believe it. You really don't see yourself making $1 million a year. You really don't see yourself with the 5,000 square foot house. You really don't see yourself starting that business and being successful. You really don't see yourself married. You really don't see yourself with 3.5 kids and the dog and the picket fence. You really don't see yourself having joy and peace and love in your heart. You really don't see it. But it was fun. It was a great exercise. It was good to be around other people and rah-rah and cheer them on for the things that they said that they wanted. I did it. But I really didn't believe it. Oh, can you see it? Divas, the only way to get it is to see it. You have to see yourself there. You have to see yourself being the CEO of your last name. You have to see yourself having the husband and the 3.5 kids and the dog, the cat, and the bird. You have to see yourself climbing the corporate ladder. You have to see yourself doing whatever it is that you have vision of doing. You have to see yourself with the chef. You have to see yourself with the cleaning service that comes and cleans your house every 2 weeks or once a month, whatever you desire. You have to see yourself. But Mary, I can't see myself. I'm such in this place right now where I feel like the world is closing in around me, where I have more month than I do money. I have more things to do than I have hours in a day. How do I see myself anywhere else than where I am? I can't see the forest from the trees. I can't see the sky because of the fog. I just can't, Mary. I am just at that place that I can't. So you know what you do? You find yourself someone that sees it for you. You find yourself someone that sees it for you, that see it in you, that know that you can do and be and have all of the things. Someone that's going to pour into your cup and fill your cup up until it is overflowing. It's not a magic wand. It's not a snap of a finger and you just wake up one morning and now you're just, right? Sometimes you got to have eye surgery. And then even in eye surgery, there's a healing period. You have to put the drops in your eyes and then you have to wear them big, ugly black goggles that keeps the bright light out. And as you start to heal, you get to see. You see clearer and clearer and clearer and clearer. And then you don't need them big, ugly glasses anymore. Then all you need are the eye drops. And then you don't need the eye drops anymore and you can see clearly. I can see clearly now, the rain is gone. You can see clear, right? It takes time, but you have to do the work. And when you can't see it in yourself, but you got other people telling you how strong you are and how creative you are and how smart you are and how intelligent you are, if they see it in you, believe what they say. And then do the exercises to start healing so you can believe in you. But you got to do the work. You have to do the work. Is it going to be a little scary? Absolutely. Have you been vulnerable before and you've been hurt by that vulnerability? Some of you may. But that doesn't mean that you stop. Let me ask you a question. How many of y'all been let go voluntarily or involuntarily from a job, right? How many? Did you say, oh, that hurt my feelings and I'm just not going to ever work anymore? I am not going to ever go get a job so I can have money and so I can pay my bills and live life. I was hurt and I'm folding my arms and no, I'm not going to get another job. No. Some of y'all been fired 3, 4, 5 times. And some of y'all have been involuntarily told, that's what I call a layoff. When I'm involuntarily told that I don't have a job anymore, some of you all have been laid off more times than you can remember. But even still, you continue to do what you need to do to live and survive. And you look for another job, another career, right? And so that's life. Life happens to us. You know, some by our own decisions and some not. But regardless, it happens. But that doesn't mean you stop living. That doesn't mean you stop believing. You have to do the work. You know how you got another job? You did the work. You researched companies that were hiring in the field that you were an expert in. And then you went to those sites and you put in applications. And then you got that phone call and scheduled that interview. Then you got up and got dressed and went to that interview and sat in front of that hiring manager. And you talked about all of your skills and what you can bring to the table. Like you did the work. And you may have had to do that 2, 3, 10, 15 times before you solidified that job that you wanted. It's no different. If you want the life that you want to live, if you want the joy, the peace, the happiness, the things on the vision board, then you got to do the work. And the work starts with healing. And that healing starts with talking to somebody. It starts with building your relationship with God and believing what he said about you, that you are fearfully and wonderfully made. He took time out when he created us. Diva, do you know who you are? Let me tell you a power that I discovered in my study. You know, the whole world blames us for the fall, right? Adam and Eve, that doggone Eve. That Eve, if she wouldn't have eaten from the apple, and that Eve. Okay, but when you read it, it says when she ate from the tree, that Adam was right there with her. So he could have stopped her. He could have said, no, God said, we are not to eat from that tree. He could have said, no, I'm not doing it, girl. You can go ahead and do it if you want to, but I am not doing it, right? And so that didn't happen, right? But we laugh and say that the man is the head, but the woman is the neck. I think that's where that came from. I think that is where that came from. So if you consider yourself the neck that turns the head, how much power and strong is a neck to have a head that sits on top of it? Ooh. How strong is that? How strong are you? You are bold. You are strong. You were made for this. So to learn who you are, you got to study to show yourself approved. But it's going to take work. But I challenge you, divas, start the work. Start walking in it. Getting somebody in your circle that you can just give your heart to. That see in you what you, for some reason, can't see in yourself. And then start growing and strengthening that belief muscle, right? When you go to the gym and you working out and you go, listen, lifting 5 pounds may be a challenge. But then you lift 5 pounds a few times and you like, oh, this easy, all right. Now let me go to 10 pounds. 10 pounds is a struggle. But you keep at it. And then 10 pounds is like 2. Then you go to 15 pounds and you continue to work your way up. You are strengthening your muscle. Well, you got to strengthen your belief muscle. You got to do the work. You got to talk about it. You got to hear it. You got to study it. You got to eat it. You got to do it. It's not just one thing. It's all the things. So if you can't see it, find somebody that can. And most of us have that person already in their lives. Most of us have that person that been telling us who we are forever. But we just haven't believed them because we didn't believe in ourselves. Because we were told growing up that we wouldn't be anything. You looking at one. Was told as a child in an abusive household that I wouldn't be nothing. I wouldn't amount to anything. Lies. Who have made their own, made their own book of choices. If there was a book of bad decisions, I have made some of them. The book of mistakes, yeah, I wrote it. Let me tell you, right? The hard judgment that we put on ourselves, not that anybody else has put on us, but we put on ourselves and we've taken on. Yeah, a lot of us have gone through that. And even still, there's greatness there. And even through all of the muck and the marrow, someone still sees the light. See, there is light through the darkness, but you got to work your way towards it. So connect with someone. If you don't have anyone in your circle, find it. There's so many Facebook groups. As a matter of fact, I have one, Walk Women's Network on Facebook. Go to it. Ask to join it. A collective of women that's like-minded that will hug you and love on you virtually and embrace you and talk to you and through you, a safe space. But find somebody or somebody's that's going to be your strength until you can get strong. They're going to be your spider. Ha! They're going to be your spider. You know, just like I use the workout analogy, you know, when they be bench pressing, right? And they be, them big buff people, they be bench pressing 500 pounds, you know, trying to show off. They got a spider there. They're not doing it on their own. They have a spider there to support them where when they lift that weight up and their hands get to shaking and their whole bodies get to shaking, right? Their whole bodies are shaking and trembling. And if somebody don't get this weight from them in the next 1.5 seconds, they're going to crush their whole chest, okay? They don't do it on their own. They have a spider. Who's the spider in your life? Where's your spider that's going to help you see who you really are? Get you a spider until you are strong enough, and then you become the spider. Then you help somebody else and strengthen them. And that's how we collectively as a community start to grow and advance and enhance our community. But you gotta see it. So Diva, if you can't see it now, or if you couldn't see it before, can you see it now? If you couldn't see a way out before, can you see it now? Can you see that it's possible? You just have to do the work. You know, vision. Victory in seeing ideas outside the norm. That's my definition of vision. Victory in seeing ideas outside the norm. You have great ideas that are in you. They're outside of the box ideas, outside of the norm ideas, you know, just stuff that nobody else have thought about and is locked up inside of you. It's real blurry right now because you can't see your greatness. You have vision. You have the victory. I just need you to walk in it. So find you a spider, Diva. I challenge you. Find you. That's your challenge. That's your homework. You know you're never going to leave Walk Diva Walk podcast without an action to take. Find you a spider. Start doing the work. Remove the blurred lines, the fog, remove the darkness so you can see clearly in the light. I hope you are ready, Diva, because I'm ready to walk with you. Let's walk.